What is up, everyone? It's Mr.StealUrGurl coming at you with another Supreme Commander 2 cast. This video was labeled funny, 1v1 funny. So let's see if the person sending it in is actually funny. So let's introduce the players. We got Super Saiyan Alex. I believe he is also known as Russian. He is spawning in as the White Aeon Commander. I believe he was White and Aeon the last time we saw him. He is starting out with a single land factory build, and he is ecoing all day long. And his opponent, Ares, also known as Waldgebald. He is spawning in as the Orange Siren Commander, dropping down 2 early air factories. I don't know if I like this play at all, because if you commit to air and your opponent decides to do TML, it is pretty much GG. Unless you're Cybran and you have a research station and get those adapters and you will be good to go, then it'll be GG for you. Let's speed this bad boy up. And as you can see, Russian, or Super Saiyan Alex, has Harvogs. He's researching Harvogs, so he's definitely not going TML, as Ares is scouting the heck out of him. He sees that he has gone Harvogs. Russian knows that he needs to invade immediately. He is definitely going to either rush in as soon as he has enough Harvogs, or he is going to wait and maybe die. I don't know. It looks like he's just chilling there for a moment. Maybe he's waiting to get enough mass. But the longer you take to kill an air player, the more likely you are going to lose. So Ares is just kicking back. His engineer kind of gets caught in a little, crevice right there, but he decides to come out and actually be useful. And Ares' Air Force is chilling right in a very deadly spot. And bombs go off, not killing even one of the bots in one pass, which is very unfortunate there. And this is the worst spot you could have your bots in at all, of all time. One goes down, and AA going in for bots, and an AA creep, just like I said would happen. Get in there, get in the air player's face if you don't have that TML as an Aeon player. And that is one of the best strategies. I think he was waiting for the pulse battery to be researched for the Harvog, so now that is an extremely deadly thing there for these air units. This is a no man's land, effectively. Ares can't take these units, these air units, and send them to, and that air tower is not going to die. Unfortunately, air does not do enough damage early on. He can't even go back here and snipe. And wow, what a great bombing run there by Ares, knocking out at least more than half of Super Saiyan Alex's land force. Now, Ares really needs to press him. He's got to eat up that yummy mass. You cannot be a gluten right now, sir, as a long-range point defense is firing in your face. Is he actually going to capture this? There is no way that's going to happen. And boom! Super Saiyan Alex Control K's it. He sucks up that yummy mass before Ares can, and he builds another long-range point defense, which is going to hurt Ares some more. Poor Ares, just chilling in his base, trying to post up like an OG, but he just can't because this Russian guy is harshing his mellow. And very nice with the tactical missile launchers on the factory, taking out that point defense. But that point defense is being built right on the wreck, so it gets one half of the build. Takes half the time to build, and it costs half the building materials. And that shield is holding up very well against a point defense and several bots. There should be an AA tower somewhere near here, but unfortunately for Super Saiyan Alex, who is getting absolutely murdered by this rapid fire point defense, as Russian is really committed to this long range point defense creep. And the rapid fire point defense goes down and comes right back, destroying these bots, these Harvogs. What is the Air Force doing? The Air Force is gone. So this effectively shut down Ares' Air Force as he's getting a back massage by that engineer, repairing him very slowly. Super Saiyan Alex is looking fairly weak. He's down to half health. If Ares wanted to pursue, he could probably put the hurt on poor Russian. And those factory TMO are unrelenting to this anti-air tower. Super Saiyan Alex was smart. He would repair it, but he is not. But no, I'm just kidding. He's super smart. He's Super Saiyan. What am I? I'm totally kidding. He just really wanted that radar intel. I don't think he sees any air units. Only 2, so it was not a bad loss at all, but it is kind of expensive. And I'm sure he's going to just rebuild it, which is an unfortunate thing there. He should have had that engineer put down this factory as he repaired his AA towers there. Now, see, this engineer shouldn't be lazy. He should have been helping build this bad boy. And I think Ares, aka Walled Kobold, has gone. What is that called? The nano gun. That is so deadly here, especially since Russian or Super Saiyan Alex is gone pure land, and he's not getting shotches, so that could be a big mistake against the nano gun. And this is the way to play it with the bots. The bots have free range on all this stuff here. He's just gonna push in back here. Very wise decision to control K that energy generator. Why give free research to your opponent since he's already got so much? And a very nice point defense to stop any nasty attacks. It's really important for Ares to keep this because there's 2 research stations there with the 4th one going up. There's 1 in the base. That is a really important thing there as a Cybran, especially on the back foot. And it would be really nice if Ares got the Cobra, and that is so painful. As you can see, the nanobot weapon is just such a nasty splash damage and just does so much damage. That Commander HP upgrade would be really helpful as well at this point. And very well done there by Russian bringing in the Fishtooth, the mobile missile launchers, to try and take this out. I think 1 more will do it. Let's see if it goes down. And boom! Down it goes. And even better for Ares having an Air Force here to try and bomb these guys into oblivion. But unfortunately, that engineer got found out, and he is getting the hurt put on his face. And these air units will effectively clean this up, despite the AA firing at the poor air units. And it looks like Russian has researched a slip tack to protect his bases, to protect his factories. He really should have the slip tacks somewhere back here, so those TMLs are completely useless, and he doesn't lose them to the what is this called? The nanobot weapon. The nanobot weapon is so deadly. Even the commanders, it's so painful. And as you can see, those bots were eaten up as Ares sends an engineer probably to suck up that yummy mass. No, to build a 5th research station. He's going to be really far ahead in research. You'll see how... No, there is no research here, and that's kind of a bit of a mistake there for Russian. He has his opponent completely fenced in right now. He really should take advantage of this and expand, and not commit to this. He could build a couple right here of point defense. He shouldn't be trying to push right now as adapters get on the field. And once there's a critical mass of adapters, this, oh my goodness, my Dropbox is full. Hey, thanks for telling the world, everybody. Thanks for telling the world, Dropbox. That's a lawsuit right there. I'm totally kidding. That's not really a lawsuit, but I really don't need people knowing that my Dropbox is full, right? Anyhow, once the adapters reach critical mass, it's going to be very difficult for anything to get through those and harm Ares himself. The tactical missile launcher on Ares is going to be a very useful thing. Now, I would have gone for HP and jump jets, but that is just me. Maybe even movement speed on my commander. But the tactical missile launcher is not a bad decision right here, and by any means, if it could just focus down these long-range point defense. Now the chrome shield on these bots. Wait, I thought I saw chrome shield. Oh, yeah. There is the chrome shield. That is going to make the nanobot weapon way less effective, way less useful, but it is still very powerful. As you can see, it just mulched through these units. It takes a few more shots, but it is still a very, very powerful weapon. And this is not good here, as Ares is releasing this area to Russian. Russians have effectively, I would have liked to have seen a power detonator. Might have taken out at least 1 or 2 units, but you know, in a pinch, you definitely want to control K everything, and this is not good. You do not want to keep building here. That research station is going to die very quickly, and this is not what you want to have happen. But very smart to pull out of there and to push in on the main base. Now, Russian is trying to defend the main base, but it's too little too late. That is kind of a waste of mass. No, not kind of, but a complete waste of mass. That's 400 mass down the drain, unfortunately for him. But he's really trying to defend his territory from the God of War. But Wald Kobold is walking all over his units. Look at that. And see, this is what pros do. They control K, the stuff that their enemy, they do not want their enemy to have. Because that is definitely free research, and that's free mass. But there's not anything you could do about it. But if there was a structural detonate right here, that mass would not be there, and Super Saiyan Alex would be without free mass. See, all this, he should have just power detonate all that. And that yummy, delicious mass would not be there. So that makes Cybern very, gives Cybern a major edge in base trade situations. See, right here, this engineer is going to eat that mass up and fill his belly up until he is so fat he has to expel that mass into a building. And the commander is doing the same thing. As you can see, the commander glitch is happening. Russian is doing the robot here, unfortunately. And some research stations finally for Russian, that is going to make his units much more powerful. And if the energy generators have the laser beam attachment or the upgrade, putting him in a line and just having 4 of them is not going to be enough against the commander and adapters. If you see adapter shields, you need to really dig in and get a whole bunch of Shachas. Shachas are the way to stop this right now. Shachas and shields and spreading these energy generators out and not pushing the commander. Don't. Oh, he's going to teleport on him. Oh, no. That is the wrong thing to do. No. See that? Ares got overcharged and just wiped at the floor with those units. And he's still got more than half health. So that is definitely a big no-no, is to teleport on a nanobot overcharged commander. That is just a death wish. And I think Ares, I haven't been watching the research in this game because so much is happening, so I apologize if I'm not telling you the correct research, but I think he got HP, the HP upgrade, and maybe some training. And maybe Ares was right to keep this area. He'd suck that mass up. He's got a research station and 1 mass extractor up here. That is very, very rude. And that's probably a veteran mass extractor right now, so it's very powerful. And let's see. Russian has airplanes, so he should have intel of this. He should know that's there. He should be definitely sending these guys around so we could see what he could see. But aircraft right now is not the way to go against adapters, because these things are incredibly powerful, believe it or not. Don't underestimate the power of stacked shields, especially stacked Cybern shields. But then again, stacked Aeon shields are really effective as well, but you just don't see it as much unless they're under artillery fire, and it's the building shields. There's no mobile shields, of course, for the Aeon. And I like seeing Russian expand up north, and Ares just now gets power detonate. Alright, well, I guess he didn't have it before. It is an incredibly useful tool, and these units are just getting mulched. And that's free mass there for Ares. And I think his priority is getting energy, so he doesn't really need that mass. But there's a lot of free mass here to send an engineer out to suck up. Yummy, yummy. And that tank is not going to go home. That tank is just not going to get away. Shields are down, and one more blast. Boom! Down he goes, and one more for good measure for that Air Force. And I like this. Ares is expanding. That is always what you want to do. And that Air Force finally finds that hidden base there from Ares. That Air Force for Russian is like, hell nah. We are going to put a stop to this veteran mass extractor right here. No more mass for you, but see, a greater threat would actually be this research station right here. Oh god, excuse me, excuse my throat, having a little issue right there. And as you can see, those laser beams do absolutely nothing, and the point defense being built in a line, that's not a good thing against an overcharge nanobot commander, because as you can see, boom, 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 things are just getting murdered so fast. And these adapters have most of their shield left. That's how powerful Cybran adapter shields are. Like right here, there's enough to stop a megalith from doing a huge amount of damage. They won't stop it forever. And a control K right there, that is the wise thing to do. That would be free research there for Ares. Wadkabold, aka Ares, is pushing in pretty hard. Now this is where you would want to put a lot of point defense. See, your commander would want to back up. You want to finish that building and get under a shield. Get under a shield, spread out, and move around. Now see, that's not what you want to do. But then again, it's not a bad idea to try and get him to waste his overcharge. Now, get these things under shields, as many shields as you can. But those Cobras are going to eventually whittle you down. Now, as you can see, this point defense is doing very little damage. And finally, some shields go down from the adapters. Now is the time to strike the adapters. Not right there, though, because that's where some with shields are. But right now would be the right time to kill those adapters. And some of them go down from that Air Force run. That is a suicide mission from those airplanes. But some of them actually die. Now, this is not a bad idea, putting down point defense, but you definitely want them under a shield. Putting them out in the open is just asking for them to be overcharged. And that's not a bad little thing right here, but you definitely want to get some factories up because Cobras are there, and that fact that TML on the commander is doing work on all those structures there. See, that tank is just getting... No, he didn't get hit. Now, as you can see, this one little point defense, oh my goodness, it dropped the shields down. I was so wrong about adapter shields, it looks like. But for some reason, that actually took them down. And a Cobra spam, that is the way to do it. He is going for the kill. Now, Ares, the god of war, is in Russian's base. Super Saiyan needs to truly go Super Saiyan as an overcharge goes off. A couple of blasts, the overcharge brings him down in the red, and boom! Down he goes. He is in a blaze of glory. There is Ares just chilling in the fallout of his opponent, just enjoying it, just kicking back in Russian smoke cloud, getting pretty high, as I would imagine, from that nasty, nasty smoke flavor. I don't know. I'm going off in a tangent. Get over it. But anyhow, Ares actually sent this in to my email, so thank you very much for that. StealSpeaks@gmail.com, by the way. And Ares told me that Super Saiyan Alex, a.k.a. Russian, told him that he accidentally deleted it and wanted Ares, a.k.a. Wald Cabald, to send it to me. So thank you guys very much for playing this match. It is always great to see a wonderful base trade. Very high level of play from both sides. So I must say it was a very enjoyable match to cast, and I hope it was a very enjoyable match for you all to watch. So again, thank you for sending it in. Thank you all for watching. be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends, family, and foes, because they need something to watch too. And as always, everyone, GG! Oh man, I hope it wasn't too loud there, because I've got complaints for that. I got complaints for that a while ago when I was being too loud. It was rest in peace headphone users. So here's my proper GG and GG.
Angry at your opponent.
You know, just watching a Supreme Commander 2 video. You know, just nothing weird.
Making boring videos
What?
about a game that nobody's playing.
What?